How I made my family confess to destroying my life. I came home to find an eviction notice on the door of the house I'd inherited from my grandmother. The tenants destroying it from the inside weren't strangers. They were my own family. When Grandma died, she left me her brownstone in Brooklyn, worth $2 million, paid off, mine. But she'd also left me her guilt. Take care of them, she'd whispered in hospice. They're family. They need you. So I let my cousin Derek move into the basement. Then my Aunt Deborah claimed the second floor temporarily. My Uncle Rory took the guest room. My younger cousins Sienna and Kyle got the attic. My mother's brother Dennis and his wife filled the last bedroom. 7 family members. My grandmother's dying wish. My financial ruin. None of them paid rent, not once in 18 months. They said family doesn't charge family. They said Grandma would be ashamed. They said I owed them because Grandma had always favored me. The eviction notice wasn't a surprise. I'd been covering the property taxes alone, watching my savings drain to nothing. But seeing it in writing made something snap. I walked into the living room where all 6 of them were watching TV on the couch I'd bought, eating food from the refrigerator I'd stocked, complaining about the heating bill I'd paid. I unplugged the television. Here's the deal. You're all living here rent-free, illegally. If we get evicted, I lose the house, but you all get records for illegal tenancy. I could also report the cash businesses some of you have been running. Everyone went pale. Confess everything you've been doing behind my back in 5 minutes, or I start making calls. I set the timer on my phone. Derek cracked first at 4 minutes 32 seconds. I've been renting out the basement on Airbnb, he blurted. $300 a night. I've made $20,000 since I moved in. Aunt Deborah's face went purple. You've been what? I've been telling my church group this is a family-only residence. Your church group? Derek laughed. You've been hosting unlicensed daycare in the backyard. 8 kids a day. That's why the neighbors keep complaining. At least I'm not selling from the house like Kyle. Kyle shot up. You promised you wouldn't tell. Tell what? I said quietly. Sienna rolled her eyes. He's been dealing from the attic. Why do you think so many friends come by at night? Oh, like you're innocent? Kyle spat. She's been stealing from you for months. Jewelry, electronics, selling them online. Sienna's face crumbled. I needed money. None of us have jobs because Deborah keeps saying family takes care of family while she charges her daycare parents under the table. Uncle Rory stood up slowly. He was the quiet one, the one I trusted most. Since we're confessing, he said, I remortgaged the house 6 months ago. The room went silent. You what? I couldn't breathe. I forged your signature, took out $400,000. Dennis and I split it. We were going to pay it back before you noticed. I turned to Dennis. He wouldn't meet my eyes. The bank statements, I whispered. The ones that stopped coming. I redirected them to my P.O. box, Dennis admitted. Rory's idea. The timer showed 2 minutes left when my mother walked in. She'd been staying in the master bedroom, my grandmother's room. She'd claimed it for sentimental reasons. What's all the yelling? Everyone looked at her, then at me. Tell her, Aunt Deborah said coldly. Tell her what you did. My mother's face tightened. I don't know what you're— Mom, what did you do? Silence. Then Deborah. She changed the will. The original left everything split 7 ways. Your mother altered it before Grandma died, made herself executor, made you sole inheritor, because she knew you'd let us all live here for free while she controlled everything. I looked at my mother. She wouldn't meet my eyes. You told me Grandma wanted me to have the house. She did. She wanted it split. You changed it. I was protecting you. They would have sold it immediately. At least this way. At least this way you got to play martyr while everyone else destroyed my credit and my inheritance and my life. The timer went off. Nobody moved. I looked around at my family. The cousin running an illegal hotel. The aunt running an illegal daycare. The cousin dealing drugs. The other cousin stealing my belongings. The uncles who'd committed mortgage fraud. The mother who'd forged a dying woman's will. I'm calling the police, I said. You can't, my mother said quietly. You'd lose everything. The house, the money. Years in court fighting the mortgage fraud. They'll say you were complicit. She was right. They'd set it up perfectly. We were all drowning together. That was your plan all along. I realized. Make me dependent on keeping family secrets. My mother finally met my eyes. That's what family does, sweetheart. We protect each other. I looked at the eviction notice still in my hand. At the family that had consumed everything my grandmother built. At the trap I'd never escaped. Full story linked below.